Well, we have June 11 came and went, and there wasn't any particular super event. Seattle is certainly there, so Jurassic will have to wait for another year. And as we know, it's hard to predict a particular date. Very interesting. It was Trump's 42 Martian years. I think that has consequences for sure for this period, and it's the German Chancellor's 37 today. So that too, interesting little period, and certainly there's been a lot of action. And the action started on that 6886, and as we know, that number important to Trump. And we know that was written on the beach. We just saw a bit of beach business on June 11, and that, of course, involving the California and the California girls and the sun type stuff. And, well, that sort of has been, had a cloud cover on it, hasn't it? Yes, I've bit of news from Ukraine about the drones. I always think of bees when I think of drones. And the one. And, a very interesting time here. Indeed. And some interesting imagery coming out as well, of course. And 1441 idea here. No walls. Yeah, so Brian Wilson. Now that thing on the beach was 8647 and 8674 after our famous year there, 201. He is this happens. And Elton, of course, the 25-3 guy, is very important in the mix, as we know. He's Reginald Dionysus, Reginald Dwight, and an important figure, as is Wilson, in the magic of the music, you might say, over the years. And with the Wilson Phillips, these are the Wilsons, of course, from Wilson Phillips, and they're estranged, EST. And the big impact they're saying, and look here, you can see quite clearly there, the look. And the whole world is mourning, of course, this idea. Bruce Springsteen, Paul McCartney, it's going to be on for young and old. And yes, so the old Jurassic did have this date penned in, and this to me is a big event with the California business, no doubt, and with that beach business by Cormy. And interesting, he's the Dougie, the duck, another duck, as we know. Donald is a duck. We've got Howard Lutnick duck. Duck is certainly an idea with them ducks and swans. Centelina Medical Centre, CC. '62 to '66. A lot of eights in the thing, because he was born '62 on June 20th. So, well, born 42, I should say, this here in '62, but born this one, look, an 8. And there's the other 8 idea. Plenty of 8s in the old Wilson, that is for certainly. And people have talked about the decline. Home studio transition. Transition indeed. The recluse period. And then Brian's back. Oh, some crazy things going on with this. Creative Genius 82. So all about 8s and double 8s in the whole story. Oh, James Hetfield. They're all speaking out all over the place here. Yeah, one of the bigger ones, definitely the biggest of the Beach Boys, and they'll carry on about this the most. I can even see Trump saying something about this, sure enough. It's 2 days after McCartney, they're saying. Interesting, must have been something in the air, they would say, around that time to create these geniuses. Right on the cusp of Cancer and Gemini. Not bad. Yes, Air India. And 241. The miracle of seat 11A and how British passengers survived the crash. 11A. An interesting concept here we have. And very British. Yes. Yes, his name is Vivash Kumar Ramesh. As you know, quite a typical name from Britain these days. British as you get. So that's from Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad. It's very hard to get those things, and here we have. Like Trump was going to 7-Eleven. 171. To continue, you've got to enter your email address. No, that'll be enough of that, thank you. I don't need to put my email address in. I'm fully fueled. Almost impossible, they're saying, but he did it. This guy will be big in the press, won't he? That's all happened. A few scratches to the face here to Vishvash Kumar Ram. The Mars idea, of course, very big lately, so Mars gave him the superpower. Yes, so Mars in Leo, it's been quite a time, and this already is on the agenda here, and already to go the Israel thing, and people are anti-Israel, and they've got a Mexican flag with indigenous ideas there, sort of repeat in Cali. And I've long known about Cali being like the Israel idea, going back to when they used to talk about Charles Manson back when I was at school. And some of the stuff written about that was saying that in Manson and the processes and whatever belief this was a new Israel. It's got like the Dead Sea thing, Mojave Desert, etc. So it's quite an interesting concept, isn't it? And it's all coming to fruition now. And Carly, which we've talked about so many times, and that Californication song, and this thing here, now look at the look on that, it's just weird as you can get. And regrets about the post, the honeymoon is over, all sorts of stuff with Elon, and Elon's another Leo, but he's in reverse. He's like the Spanish sort of idea, the L, and that's what sort of against Mexico. And they were talking about immigrants from Spain too, I heard. Strange enough. And then the other big thing's the Ethiopian thing, which I've covered, Roberta Flack at the Abyssinian Church. And the first guy to meet the Pope was from Ethiopia. And then I was listening to something there, they had a speech by a guy talking against Trump, and he was an Indian Ethiopian on that Democracy Now! So I'll cover that in future videos and I'll look him up. So plenty of Ethiopian going on. And June 13th, room full of people watch spiritual medium levitate. You got to be kidding. Spiritual medium levitating. June 13. On June 13 said the MERS man, he's 37 Mars years. So we'll be looking out for today too. And of course tomorrow's a big one with this Trump demonstration business. And Trump having a big birthday celebration in Washington with Abraham tanks, Abraham. And then you got that guy in Africa, Abraham, speaking against him with the red hat, very Purgian cap sort of idea. And then we've got this same number here, which we see everywhere. Yes, and Los Angeles is at war with Trump's vision of America. So a lot of war themes, as we'd imagine, with what we've been looking at. And of course there was this business, might have to go to BC for that. We might look at that soon. So check out my BC. I haven't done much on BC lately, but I've been back on YouTube more, but there's always a time for a bit of BC. Bitty shooty, in case you don't know what that is. Be careful how you even say things around here. So better to change the words a little bit somewhat. And this is a very important word, isn't it, here, right now. Right now. Well, there we go. The net.
Pay these